East Tennessee Children's Hospital, we know that time is precious, but some times are better than others. That's why we have 4 urgent care facilities with pediatric experts ready to get you back to better in no time.
Well, I hope you like the clouds because they're going to be sticking around with us for, well, a while, all week long, but not a total washout. And if you saw that on the post here this morning, listen, we're talking rounds and rounds of rain, but not a total washout all day. So you'll be able to get out and enjoy, I think, most of the day today and most of the day tomorrow. That would be the goal. Good morning, by the way, Katrina. Got Chunky Nothing and Julie joining this morning, at least on the chat. It's 8:02, so today, again, we got a couple of light rain showers out there right now. A live look in Monroe County and Madisonville. It was a live look. It wasn't playing, but anyways, we do have the overcast skies, and that's really going to be the story. Now, we may see a few breaks in those clouds this morning as wave number 1 moves out, and then wave number 2 moves its way back in, and that's going to bring us increasing chances for rain as we head through the overnight hours. Let me show you what I'm talking about. When we go to the radar recap and the big picture, so we've got wave number 1 to our south and southeast. Wave number 2's coming our way. And remember, this is just the beginning of a wetter weather pattern here this week because we're going to see wave after wave after wave after wave. And so wave number 2 comes through during the day today. So that's going to increase the clouds. Clouds fill back in. It's going to be that overcast gray kind of a day. And then we'll start to see some rain showers increasing at some point of the game before the day is over. Out there this morning, we actually do have a couple of light showers lifting from south to north, from Monroe County into Blount County. So heads up if you're joining us from, say, Lenoir City, Maryville, nothing major, just a little bit of light rain moving its way from south to north. But this will all increase in coverage likely later on this evening. Let me show you what I'm talking about. Our Futurecast model picking up on a couple of those light showers here this morning. The clouds start to fill in by lunchtime. Overcast gray skies, maybe a couple of spotty light showers throughout the afternoon, but it's going to be after basically sundown or right around sundown that this next wave of energy starts to bring us better coverage of rainfall. But again, most of the day today is going to be on the dry side. And we're not looking at a ton of rain even by 7 o'clock here tonight. So it's not going to be a washout. And as we kind of wind down the day and crawl into bed for the night, I think that's when the rain really starts to settle on in. All right, morning temperatures. If you're heading out this morning, we're in the 50s. We're in the 60s. Not a bad start to the day. Feels pretty good outside. A little bit cooler across the Tennessee-Kentucky border. Forecast highs will be in the low, mid, and upper 70s. So the further south, the warmer you are. The further north, despite the clouds, the further north you are, you're going to be a little bit on the cooler side. Good morning, Kathy. How are you this morning? So let me show you the big picture. Remember, rounds and rounds of rain. So we saw, here's our evening wave, right? Here's wave number 2. Watch how that slides its way to the southeast. Now we dry out into our Monday morning. So here's your Monday morning. Most of the day is probably going to be on the dry side. However, some models indicating a couple of afternoon showers and thunderstorms. So we'll see how that plays out. But the next wave comes through basically after sundown into our Tuesday morning. And then that moves on out. And here comes another wave as a cold front and a low pressure system moves on in. So those are the different waves. And all these different waves are going to produce a little bit of severe weather to our south today, tomorrow, and the next day. But really what it's going to do is really pile up the rain. And so the rain is going to be the heaviest across Arkansas, southern middle Tennessee, west Tennessee, northern Alabama, Georgia, Mississippi, but right here at home as well. So when you look at our 7-day rainfall outlook all the way through Saturday, so next Saturday, we're still talking 1 to 2 plus inches of rain. So it is going to be a rainier week. Now, towards the end of the week, or I'd say maybe even Wednesday, if we get some good thunderstorms and you get a few rounds of rain from now until then, that's when the potential for some localized flooding, flash flooding concerns kind of go up, but not a huge concern. So elevated rain chances all week long. Starts to fade away a little bit, I think, as we get into Thursday, Friday, and Saturday. Saturday being the last day of the month. That's my birthday, by the way. Saturday is my birthday. All right, here we go. 7-day forecast. So there we go. Rain showers, but temperatures do come up. And so we will get some ridging to start to take place. And so at least temperatures come up from the upper 60s to low 70s into the mid to upper 70s to even low 80s. So more average weather, if you will. And if you look ahead from the the Climate Prediction Center, still trending at some of those possibilities of below average temperatures through the first week of June, at which point we're probably going to be trending about average, I would say. Sometimes when we get this drier air to come on in, we actually start to trend below average when it comes to rainfall. So we'll see how that all plays out. But just keep in mind that most of your days are going to be dry. The rain showers increase during at least the second part of the day. So I would just say, if you have outdoor plans, watch the radar, and just know that the first part of our day is going to be the driest part of the day, and the rain increases throughout the afternoon. I had a cool time lapse to share with you. Here we go. Take a look at this. So this is yesterday's time lapse from Fox Road Marina, and I wanted to show you that we had the clouds, but it didn't stop anybody from getting out onto the water. Watch all these boats start to look at all these. Get in the afternoon. We got jet skis out there. We've got some boats out there. We got some fishermen kind of tucked up in the cove. And watch as we get towards the end, the really cool cloud structure. Watch this. You ready? Here we go. Right there. Ooh, little wave in the atmosphere kind of swung its way on through. Good morning, Dwayne. How are you this morning? We got April. Oh, thanks, April. I appreciate it. Not a very nice forecast. Rain. I know, Eric. I'm not a big fan of the cloudier days and the rainier conditions either, but at least it's not going to be like when we're talking Memorial Day weekend 4, 5, 6 days ago, it looked like it was going to be a little bit rainier. Still going to be rainy. It's still going to pile up, but just not going to be a major impact to most of the daytime hours, which is good, right? Which is good. All right, we're going to beat you all to it. It's 8:08, but I do want to take you back outside. This is Fort Loudon Dam, by the way. So that's going to have a lot of boats on there today. Hopefully you had a chance to kick back, relax, and enjoy some of the day yesterday. All right, let's talk about these national holidays, shall we? Do I expect storms next week? Could see some thunderstorms. We're not really under a risk. We have a risk across the Southern Valley, Chattanooga area throughout the day today, but I don't think we'll see a whole lot of activity. It's a level 1, but no organized severe storms. Now, kind of see how the atmosphere plays out over the next few days. And as these waves move on in, I'll keep you posted and see if maybe we get elevated to a risk. But at this point of the game, I don't think so. All right. Of course, we're celebrating birthdays and events. And what are you doing? It's Memorial Day weekend. Are we grilling out? Are we barbecuing? I talked to a couple people yesterday, and they were like, oh, yeah, I am barbecuing. Talked to my brother-in-law. He's like, I've got pounds of meat that they were smoking. Maybe you're doing that, or maybe you're heading off onto the lakes. Yeah, the lakes did fill up super fast, Kathy. All right, so birthdays and events. If you have an event taking shape here, throw it into the chat. Otherwise, it's National Family Fun Day. Well, that sounds like a good day. I think we're going to have some family fun day today. Maybe. I don't know what we're getting into yet. Church. Early service or late service? I don't know yet. We'll find out. It's Geek Pride Day. Big shout out to all the geeks out there. That would be me too, by the way. Anybody that works on computers back in the day, if you're good at it, you're good at it. It's great. I support the inner geek or the outer geek because I am one big giant geek. Don't worry. Don't panic. It's National Towel Day. Should we see what this is all about? National Towel Day commemorates the work of author Douglas Adams, most known for his series, The Hitchhiker's Guide to to the galaxy. Oh, Towel Day. We think we need one to note for those who are unfamiliar with Douglas Adams, by the way, what Towel Day and the author have in common. The answer has nothing more to do than a mention about the purpose of a towel in the book itself. That was fairly lackluster. Let's go back. All right. It's National Wine Day. Is Aaron on here? There's my wino on. Aaron's on here. Not calling you a wino, Aaron, by the way. Just you like wine. And I don't know if you're on here. Anyways, National Wine Day. So if you're a wine drinker, maybe pull out that extra nice bottle of wine that you've been wanting. Memorial Day weekend. Have it with a nice piece of barbecue. Wine and barbecue? I don't know. I'm not a wino. National Brown Bag It Day. How many of you remember going to school with a brown bag? You know, you had mayonnaise and mustard on this turkey sandwich, and you left it in the hallway until lunchtime. Got to room temperature. We didn't care. 80s kid. Oh my gosh. All right. So it's National Tap Dance Day. Any tap dancers out there? That's hard. And it's National Missing Children's Day. Sad day. That's a sad day. Couldn't not even imagine, right? If my kids went missing. Awful. On that note, we shall move along. I'll take you out to Fox Road Marina right now. Here's the live look right there. Would imagine a few more boats. We got a few breaks in the clouds. At least we got a few breaks in the clouds. And we will this morning, but as we progress through the day, the clouds will thicken up and increase once again. Remember, as that next little wave or disturbance moves on in as well. There we go. Ruth says, if you go out to eat this weekend, be decent and tip your servers. Absolutely. Remember, we talked about that the other day. If you were joining us, Ruth, it was like National Tip Day or Servers Day or something like that. And we got into some big old spiel about it. There we go. Katrina's saying yes to wine and barbecue. Maybe, maybe not. I will be at the karaoke event this evening at Crafters. Are we going to be needing to cancel it due to weather? I think it just needs to be watched. These waves are tough to forecast and really where they go. They shift a little bit further to the south, so it's expected to come through, but probably after sundown. And I would say at this point of the game, just kind of check in with the interactive radar every once in a while. There, Brian, you have the app, right? There we go. I'm with you on that one, Eric. Big weather geek, which is funny because I am a big weather geek now, but tried to get out of weather how many times? Like 7 times. And here I am, 25, 26 years later. There we go. Yep, 80s kid. Totally get that one. No brown bag. I had to welcome back Cotter metal. Okay, well, there you go. Well, the metal lunch boxes or the brown bags. Now, if we don't send our kids to school without water, don't know what's going to happen. Oh my gosh. All right, I guess we're going to pack up. I don't know if we're going to the early service or the late service, but we're going to go to a service this morning. Thanks for joining me this morning. Sunday, the day before Memorial Day Monday. I hope you have big plans today. Maybe it's just getting out and enjoying this. It feels good outside. The weather feels good outside. It's not it looks like it's going to be like cold and crummy, and you step outside and you're like, that's not bad. Hopefully you have a chance to get outside and enjoy this not so bad weather. If you are joining on the app, remember I always will send you back to the 24-hour weather channel, and you'll get the updated forecast, or you can always check in with the East Tennessee Weather app as well. I hope you have a great day today. Get into some sort of shenanigans. Why not? Just drive safe. Use your patience. And as I always say, be safe and kind to each other. Life is short. I'll see you back here tomorrow. for Wake Up with Witcher, holiday morning. Maybe I'll be on at 6 and maybe I'll be on at 7. We'll see where the day goes. Have a great day. I'll see you tomorrow.